a natural born fighter. If I was born 150 years ago, they would have let me fight on a battle or whatever, because I would have killed. It's just in my system. It's who I am. I'm a natural warrior, woman or none. I'm a natural born fighter. The thrill of me battling to battle is natural to me. It's normal. It's just in every fiber of my being, my blood, my walk, my talk, everything. I've always had to fight, and I took to it good. And I've always had to fight, not just fight when I say like actual fighting, punching or anything. I always had to struggle for whatever I wanted. And I work better under the struggle. I do better under the fight. It just makes me a better person when I have to struggle and fight for what I want. Because I've been fighting for what I want my whole life. If I didn't have to fight, I think I would get bored and do crazy stuff. And so a lot of people, they play fight, but when I fight, I hit first and I hit hard. I'll knock you smooth out. And so I kept that temperament when I started boxing, but as a person, I'm real easygoing. I'll give you, if you hungry, I'll give you what I got. If you need some money, I'll give you my money. But if you want to fight, I'll hurt you. I'm gonna tell you the real live version of Wolfe.
Wolfe is a name few outside of the boxing world will recognize. For those who've seen her fight, however, she's widely regarded as one of the greatest ever female boxers. For Ann, boxing was never about chasing glory or fame. Now retired, the 38-year-old once held 4 world titles in different weight categories, all at the same time. Her success in the ring masked a life full of hurt and pain.
Both of my parents died when I was 18. My mother died of cancer and my father was murdered. I used to be real angry, and I had a temper, and I would fight anybody, and I didn't care. I just was mean and evil because both of my parents had died, and I just was mean. And in the streets, I had like, people would go, "That's a mean person," or "She'll kick your ass, she'll beat you up," or, I got respect from being mean in the streets. But I realized in the real world, being mean don't mean nothing. And when I say mean, I'll hit anybody. I'll fight. I didn't give a damn. But I was fair when I fought. I didn't care if you was a man. I didn't care if you was a kid. If you hit me, I hit you back, and I hit you first. And if I was gonna get in a fight, I hit first and I hit hard, and I knock them out.
Ann grew up in Louisiana, but following the death of her parents, she moved to Austin, Texas, where she spent time living on the streets, becoming involved with drugs and serving time in jail. During a spell in hospital, she saw a women's boxing fight on TV, and after discovering that the participants were paid for fighting, she left the hospital and went in search of a coach.
A person like Ann is easy for any coach. Any coach could have worked with her. I'm talking about any coach, because he said run 5 miles, that's what she do. And if he said run 2 miles, that's what she do. She's easy. Hit the speed bag 10 rounds. Get on the mitts. Sometimes I got on the mitts 24 rounds, hard. The boys couldn't do it, but she did it. And not just one day, several days I had to carry 24 rounds on the mitts. And she sucked all that knowledge up and put it in that body of hers in her computer. And she had it when she got in the ring.
Pops Billingsley owned the first gym that Ann visited on that day. Coaching Ann throughout her career, he became the most stable influence in her life. With Pops in her corner, Ann retired from boxing with a professional record of 24-1, having built a reputation as a fearless boxer who would fight anyone at any time.
I'm not afraid to lose. A true warrior, that's a real, natural warrior, cannot be afraid to lose. Because if you're afraid to lose, you won't give it all in the battle. You'll run and hide. In a battle, you'll run and you'll get scared and hide. But if you're not afraid to lose or die, you'll go full-fledged out into the battle, and you'll fight, and you'll take the spoils of victory. But if you're a coward, you'll run and hide, but then still try to take the spoils of victory. Like Muhammad Ali's daughter, she's a coward. She ran and hid. She hid behind people she knew she could beat, but she won't take on a true warrior because she's afraid to fail. So she'll never, ever, ever be a real champion. When you're afraid to fall, how can you stand if you're afraid to fall? It's impossible.
Two-time lightweight champion of the world.
Anne's career coincided with that of Muhammad Ali's daughter, Laila. Laila Ali earned millions in the ring and became one of the first female boxers to gain celebrity status. Despite the fact that Anne publicly challenged her on numerous occasions, the bout boxing fans wanted to see never materialized.
If I would have fought Laila, I would have knocked Laila smooth out on the ground where she would have been unconscious. And she knew that, because there's no fear in my heart of Laila. Laila fears me. Laila fought for the commercials and the TV glamour of it. I fought for my heart and soul. Laila could not battle me in the ring or outside the ring.
On the outskirts of downtown Austin, on the road to the main airport, is Anne's gym, a small, simple place where she can be found most days. As well as offering private fitness classes, it's here where Anne trains children from some of the city's most underprivileged neighborhoods, free of charge.
I guarantee you can't go to a gym and find Laila doing what I do in this sweaty, nasty gym, where I pick up kids in the streets. She wants the fame of it. I don't want the fame of boxing. I want to use the fame of boxing to help kids make better choices and better decisions, because I know what it is in the hood. I know what it is in the streets. I know what it is in the inner city with people that don't have anything.
Through boxing, Anne Wolfe found a way of achieving great things despite a difficult start in life. Dedicating her time to children who are facing similar hardships and struggles, she's hoping that her life story can inspire them to strive for excellence.
If a man has a stick, you don't get a gun to fight him. You get a stick and fight him. If a man has a gun, you get a gun and fight him. You have to be fair, because if you're not fair, the fight is not fair, and how can you win if it's not a fair fight? That's what Laila got. She got the media and all this, so, you know what I'm saying, she trying to fight me with a gun and never fight while I got my fists. So that's what I prepare these kids for. I prepare them for battle. And sometimes you're gonna meet people that got the stick and you ain't got nothing but your hands. So you gotta maneuver around them with that stick and try to knock them out with your hand. And so that's how I prepare them. Life is not fair. It's just not.